Welcome everyone, I am your host Shaggy Bullock, or you can call me Shaggy, and this is a trip down Stoner Drive. Now if you haven't heard this podcast before, it is a podcast to give people a voice to tell their story as a patient, as a distribution, brand, musician, politician, and give them a platform to tell how cannabis has positively or even maybe negatively impacted their life. And it's a way to give you a behind the scenes of the industry or the culture around cannabis. Welcome everybody. I am your host Shaggy Bullock, and this is a trip down Stoner Drive. Now today is such a great event. It is Dabsmas. It is the Heady holiday. That means it is 7/10, which is the stoner or the dabbers holiday for all the stoners. Now today I'm so excited because I'm going to be interviewing brands, distributions, patients, anybody that's down, and of course you can see the beautiful exotic cars behind me. But I am so fantastic to have my first guest will be Israel and Shane. We have worked together at Therapy Tonics back in the day, but now they have started their own compliance company. So thank you guys for coming on today.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
Yeah, thanks, man.
Awesome. So if you guys want to introduce yourselves and then the company you guys recently started and what you guys do.
So my name's Shane O'Connell. I've been in cannabis in California for just around 4 years now or so. Legal cannabis, I guess you could say. Just recently within the last year or so, kind of with a heavier focus on the consulting side. And then starting seed to sale compliance and seed to sale consulting here with Israel within the last 6 months to 7 months or so. Things are going good. We're kind of focused mainly on regulatory compliance and packaging and operations compliance, but also helping with procurement and cultivation and really anything that would be necessary for anybody looking to get into the industry or anybody currently in the industry.
So what's got you guys to start the company, or what got you to go into compliance?
Well, Shane actually kind of got me interested in that compliance side, and just with Therapy Tonics was such a, it was coffee, drinks, and tea, so there was dairy, and the CDPH was really involved, so that kind of sparked that fire in all of us really to kind of learn more and get in deep into the regulations. And we did it earlier than a lot of other people, so we kind of had the knowledge and we're ahead of the time. That now people are kind of starting to take the compliance side more serious as more audits are starting to begin.
Yeah, especially since we started when we started with therapy. I mean, we had to constantly go back and forth between the BCC and the FDA and everything. So we were constantly ahead of compliance a little bit, unfortunately, even having to, I remember sometimes we were having to tell them that we were compliant even when they were trying to tell us we weren't. So what do you think has been the biggest obstacle to overcome since recently starting your new company?
I guess just kind of, policing yourself as far as, streamlining time, streamlining your operations, your own administration, your admin type topics, stuff like that. Really, that type of side of the business is the tough part for me, just as far as like actually the operations side for us. But the things that we're doing, the actual content that we're focusing on in cannabis, is our bread and butter. Is pretty straightforward, and so we're learning more every day, in cannabis, of course. But for me, I think just kind of having our own administrators and stuff is going to be somewhat challenging, but not too bad.
Another challenging part is the lack of knowledge in the industry, the people that are coming into the industry, and trying to help them understand it, but then also trying to get to the bottom dollar. So it can be very difficult to balance both of those things. It's California, it's not easy to have a business in California, so It's just trying to find the gray areas that you can work around to try to make your business benefit.
Cut my answer. His answer was better. So.
No, we're keeping it all. We talked about the struggle. What has been probably the most rewarding part for each of you since opening?
I think getting to work, for me, it's been getting to work, with my friends, people that I've known for a while, and enjoy every day. It's not waking up and having to do the same. Every day is different. There's always something new and challenging instead of I'm just gonna go and do this today. And then I learn and I continue to learn. And like I said before, it's just that continuing to learn is really rewarding as well.
Yeah, I would say just being in cannabis, just being at the forefront of a new industry, a new kind of sector of the economy across the entire country. California is, of course, one of the pioneers in cannabis, and so it's cool to come out of this state and, go and look at all the new states that are coming online and be able to kind of, I think, be at the forefront of those states as well. And that's all because, we were started here in California, so we were allowed to own it. That broke down all the walls before we were here. And being in the industry for, the last 4 years, it feels like a lot, but when you talk to a lot of people, some of the old heads that have been around, pre-Prop 215 days and stuff, so, those people, I think, really are kind of a part of the inspiration and a part of the cool part of being a part of this industry is meeting some of those old people that have just been around for 30 years growing cannabis and have so much different experience. And so getting the chance to learn from them is a big cool part of it for me, really.
Now, you guys have only been open for a few months recently. What have been the main type of companies or field of companies? Obviously, it's all cannabis, but what has been the general companies you've worked for?
Particularly manufacturing and distribution, but we've worked in various different areas with procurement, or we've worked in the hemp side as well. I guess it's just kind of a start, just kind of to begin right now. We're mainly focused in that manufacturing and distribution side, but as Israel had stated before too, we're pretty dedicated to the continuing education part of cannabis, so we're always trying to learn more. Growing falls into that, more of the legal side falls into that, and the regulatory advocacy falls into that, I would say, and trying to get better at that and trying to, learn the pathways of the most successful pathways to, contact your local representatives and get in front of them, and what do they like to hear, what do they want to hear from us in the cannabis industry, and I think it's important that dialogue gets started. And, it's obviously been ongoing for a long time. I don't mean to say that it needs to get started, but I think in a lot of ways it needs to get started in various different municipalities that at first had blocked cannabis, in California especially. But now we're seeing some of those turn around recently. Just in San Diego County, Vista has kind of become more friendly. Chula Vista has been more friendly. So that's good to see, and I hope that kind of is reflected across the state.
Absolutely.
We've been lucky enough, just in the short time that we've been here, is to work with a private company, but then also work with the public, large MSO, and get to learn both sides of that business because they're handled very differently, and there's a lot of that coming, but it's kind of just adding knowledge, to us into our business. So been lucky enough.
Now, both of you guys, we've been in the California's cannabis industry for a little while, but compliance goes across many states and everything, and you have multiple states that are opening up. Have there been any companies you guys have worked with outside of California, or has it mostly only been California itself?
One of our main clients has began to ask us for work in other states and hopefully help them through compliance and states like Missouri, Massachusetts. So there's a lot to learn there, and we're ready to learn it. We're excited to learn it and provide any knowledge that we can. It's good being in California. A lot of other states are kind of following in similar footsteps. Some are doing better things, some are doing things that are a little bit not so great, but California is kind of the home base for that, so we're pretty lucky.
one of our clients on the hemp side has been looking international into the Germany market, Mexico market, Southeast Asia, and such. So, it's coming across, in a giant wave, in a lot of different areas. So it's all positive. I think, of course, California has hit somewhat of a lull recently in the market. I think you'll probably talk to a lot of people today that will say something like that. It's tough out there for a lot of brands. But with that lull, I think comes, more booms. And, as soon as we were able to get safe banking passed, that will be a huge thing. The MORE Act as well, of course. Will be a huge thing. They both passed the House multiple times. I think safe banking's passed the House 6 times. It's never been voted before for a vote in the Senate. So those kind of things are somewhat discouraging. When you have that many successes in a row in one chamber of the federal Congress. But I don't know. I think federal legalization is right on the way. It's kind of time for us right now to start gearing up for it, at least, as far as time frame goes. I don't know. It depends on how 2022 and 2024 go, but I guess we'll see as far as for predictions for the industry. It's kind of tough, but it's a great industry to be in, I guess. We're sitting here about to go smoke a joint. Probably smoke another one right after that as well. So
and some dabs. It's dabs, miss. You need to be doing some
infused
dabs.
joints.
That's infused joints. There you go. There you go.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
So you guys recently started. Is it just the two of you in the company right now? So are you guys doing everything together, or is it one kind of have an expertise in a certain area over the other?
Luckily, me and Shane work really well, so we bounce everything off of each other and always get each other's opinion. We want to make sure that we both kind of agree with what we're putting out, and that we're both happy and content. And we're both very, we have a lot of criticism towards ourselves. So sometimes it's good, like when I think something's not good enough, Shane here is good enough. No, this is perfect, and same thing, So it's been really great to work with Shane, and looking to expand and grow, and get a brand put together, and get, working with you and working with Anthony. And
as far as working with Israel here, he's probably one of the more knowledgeable metric, I guess you could say, directors or such. Users in the state of California, or I guess you could probably extend that nationally, just because every day, he's kind of been in there since the beginning, since California's metric market really merged. So it's been fun to dig into the compliance side of that with him, the regulatory side of that with him. As I said before, again, kind of our main thing with the company is we're just trying to learn more every day, so trying to add more aspects of our business, trying to add more people around us that are trying to, really get after it and really get in this industry and trying to make a career of this fucking thing, it's going to be good.
And as Israel kind of hinted, it's bringing people on. And so I think today, a holiday, is a great time to announce kind of our partnership.
Yeah, man.
So Shag Wellens Way will be partnering with these guys to help with the sales, marketing, and bud tender training. So you guys got the compliance behind the scenes, making sure all your laws are ready. You're making sure everything is in check, so you're not going to get audited. And then I'm going to come in and help train your sales team to train your bud tender so your product flies off the shelf. So you're going to add our expertise plus our expertise of being a team, because we have been a team together and we know how dominant we can do working together.
I just realized this thing was I was hiding behind this goddamn thing the whole time almost. But
good. So,
but yeah, dude.
Glad to see the
it'll be fun.
Thank you for
work
having
to
us.
come.
And you're doing great shit, Shaggy.
Absolutely.
I want to be on more of these. I want to sit.
These are going to be
actually
constant.
Sit and talk some cannabis, actually education and such moving forward, and especially with us kind of trying to partner on a few different things as far as public events or and then just general kind of programs for anybody interested.
Yeah, so stay tuned for more community events, for also bud tender trainings. We're also going to be doing panels, so you're going to be able to ask all of us questions directly to have your questions answered. So you're definitely going to be following soon. soon. Also on Relevant as well. You can follow live podcast, but we will be having this up on the YouTube. Guys, do you have anything else you want to tell people? Somebody thinking about opening their own industry, or where to follow you guys so they can help get your help?
Best place, I think, following us on LinkedIn, find us there, reach out to us, Israel Guillen,
Shane O'Connell.
and help you in any way that you like.
Yeah, our website's stscompliance.com. We're not big on the social media thing right now, but we're trying to get that whole thing figured out, I guess. But yeah, so right now just kind of check out the website and LinkedIn. That's probably the best bet.
So that is sdcompliance.com.
STS, sorry.
Oh,
I mumble. STS.
Sorry.
Seed to sale compliance, but
Seed to sale,
STS.
stscompliance.com. And if you can't find them, then message me and I'll get you in touch with them. Thank you guys, and we'll be definitely doing a lot more together, but I think this was a great podcast, so I appreciate you guys coming on.
Yeah. Let's go smoke a joint.
Let's do it.